In our previous video, we have discussed Cauchy's inequality theorem. Today, we will discuss Little's theorem statement. We can state this theorem in two ways. First one, if f of z is analytic function in every finite region of the z plane and is bounded, then f of z is constant. Or if f of z is an integral function satisfying the inequality mod of f of z is less than or equal to m for all the values of z where m is a positive constant, then f of z is constant. Here the given data is f of z is analytic function in the z plane and it is bounded in the sense mod of f of z is less than or equal to positive real number m. Then we have to prove the given function f of z is constant. Proof: let z1 and z2 be 2 points in the z plane with z1 as the center and r as the radius of the circle, where c is the circle. And we know that equation of the circle is mod of z minus a is equal to r, where a is the center, but here the center is z1, therefore it is mod of z minus z1, which is equal to r. We have to take r sufficiently very large so that z2 lies inside the contour c, and here mod of z1 is less than r and mod of z2 is less than r. Here they have given one more data as f of z is bounded. Therefore, there exists positive real number m such that mod of f of z is less than or equal to m. Now we have to apply the Cauchy's integral formula, that is f of z1 is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi I into integration of f of z divided by z minus z1 with respect to z over the closed contour C. Here the center is z1. We have to consider another equation with the center as z2, that is f of z2 is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi I into integration of f of z divided by z minus z2 with respect to z over the closed contour C. We have to prove the given function is constant. Therefore, it is sufficient to prove that f of z1 minus f of z2 is equal to 0. Therefore, f of z1 is equal to f of z2. To prove that, consider f of z1 minus f of z2, which is equal to f of z1 value is 1 divided by 2 pi I into integration of f of z divided by z minus z1 with respect to z over the closed contour C, minus f of z2 value is 1 divided by 2 pi I into integration of f of z divided by z minus z2 with respect to z over the closed contour C. Here 1 divided by 2 pi I and f of z are the constant terms, and 1 divided by 2 pi I it is the constant, therefore keep it outside of the integral. We have f of z1 minus f of z2, which is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi I into integration of f of z inside the bracket 1 divided by z minus z1 minus 1 divided by z minus z2 with respect to z over the closed contour C, which is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi I into integration of f of z. Here we have to take the LCM. The LCM of this term is z minus z1 into z minus z2. In the numerator, plus z and minus z will get cancelled. We get simply z1 minus z2 with respect to z over the closed contour C. Now we have to take the absolute value on both the sides. We get mod of f of z1 minus f of z2 is equal to this whole equation. We have to write it under the absolute value. And since we know that mod of x into y is less than or equal to mod x into mod y, therefore its value is less than or equal to 1 divided by 2 pi, and we know that mod of I value is 1. Why its value is 1? We have discussed it in a previous video, into integration of mod of f of z into mod of z1 minus z2 divided by mod of z minus z1 into mod of z minus z2 into mod of dz. Now let us consider the C is a contour from mod z is equal to r, and by the polar representation of a complex number we know that z is equal to r into e to the power of I theta. On differentiating it, we get dz is equal to r is a constant, keep it as it is. Differentiation of e to the power I theta with respect to theta is e to the power I theta into I with respect to theta, where the value of theta lies between 0 and 2 pi. We want here mod of dz. Therefore, consider the absolute value on both the sides. We get mod of dz is equal to mod r into mod I into mod of e to the power I theta into mod of d theta. Since mod of I is equal to 1 and mod of e to the power I theta is equal to 1, we have simply r into d theta. Now substitute all these values in the above equation. We get mod of f of z1 minus f of z2 is less than or equal to 1 divided by 2 pi as it is, and we know that mod of f of z value is less than or equal to m. Mod of z1 minus z2 is simply z1 minus z2 into integration of mod of dz value is r into d theta divided by z value is here r, therefore it is r minus z1 into r minus z2 over the limits 0 to 2 pi. The simplification of this term is denoted by equal to symbol, and at the last step we have to consider the symbol less than or equal to, that is m divided by 2 pi into z1 minus z2. R is a constant, keep it outside of the integral, divided by r minus z1 into r minus z2 into integration of d theta over the limits 0 to 2 pi, which is equal to m divided by 2 pi into z1 minus z2 into r whole divided by, here we have to take the r outside of the bracket. We get r into inside the bracket 1 minus z1 divided by r, and in this term also we have to take r outside of the bracket. We get r into inside the bracket 1 minus z2 divided by r. R into r is r square, and 1 r will get cancelled. We get m divided by 2 pi into z1 minus z2 divided by r into 1 minus z1 divided by r into 1 minus z2 divided by r, and this value is 2 pi. 2 pi will get cancelled. We get simply m into z1 minus z2 divided by r into 1 minus z1 divided by r into 1 minus z2 divided by r. Now we have to take r tending to infinity. As r tends to infinity, the right hand side of this inequality is to 0, because 1 divided by infinity is 0. Therefore, mod of f of z1 minus f of z2 is less than or equal to 0. This implies mod of f of z1 value is equal to mod of f of z2, where z1 and z2 are arbitrary constants. Therefore, the given function f of z is constant. Hence the theorem.